As you can see, Adidas have put on quite the show today. Some of the technology around here is absolutely breathtaking. This is going to be a discussion panel about the future of football broadcasting. We all like football, we all like television, so we're going to be talking about the two coming together. Lee, we're going to come to you first at BT Sport. You guys are the new big kids on the block, aren't you? So what's being innovated at BT?
Well, it's a very exciting time for us. In terms of innovation, I think that even just from the delivery of how we're going to be providing BT Sport in terms of free with broadband is very innovative. First time that Premiership football will be free to people in this country. But in terms of the way which we will deliver the programme and on screen will be very different. An interactive football pitch was inside the studio. So when we throw back to the pundits at half-time, the pundits will be able to stand on the pitch will change depending on what's gone on in the game. But yeah, an exciting couple of weeks and months ahead for us.
Steve, YouTube are great innovators as well.
Yeah, we try to be. Technology and technological advances in the internet make it possible to tell stories that were never known before. You know, the advances in computer science with the kit that you have in the MyCoach system, which the MLS have used, haven't they, in matches, is just fantastic. And if you can combine video and data, and you can do that now in a really compelling way, the audience has got the ability to choose how it wants to consume that content. So they can go for a very traditional lean back style of presentation, or they can really get involved and dig down. I think that's fantastic in giving people choice.
I think we've reached a point where consumers are incredibly demanding across everything. You know, as soon as you give them one set of innovations, they're very quickly taken for granted and quickly looking for the next one. So I think one thing I'd particularly like to see as a football watching fan myself is an experience that recognises the importance of that game to me, bringing you back in touch with almost the experience that the fan at the ground has, ramping up the crowd noise, for instance, and suppressing commentary if that's what the audience want. I don't necessarily see it in broadcast football just yet.
Another topic of discussion is obviously data in sport. Tom, tell us a bit more how kind of Adidas are impacting the game, really.
I think first and foremost, we really like football. I think everyone in here likes football because it's football, not because it's maths. And you know, the idea behind driving innovation is to make the game better and help athletes perform better. It's not data or innovation for innovation's sake. So this is what's kind of driving everything. The elite team system is something which is really for the top of the top. And first and foremost is driven for creating or helping teams get better, learning insights about training, but actually as a result there become spin-off possibilities of how does this become a fan-facing experience instead. So imagine for a second like arcade games where power deletes and then refills itself to show a player's ready to go back at 100% and make that next sprint. These are some of the options that actually start to emerge.
It's absolutely intriguing. Sorry, Rich, you were going to say.
It was just something we were talking backstage about Google Glasses and about how that's exploded and the stories around that and what you could do. And I mean, it's an amazing piece of technology, but ultimately it will be validated by what it gets used for. And imagine Lionel Messi has a pair of Google Glasses and like you can see him in training or you can see him on the pitch. And it's that intimacy again of whoever the football fan is. I think everyone would want to see what it's like to be Lionel Messi scoring that goal in that match.
Lee, we went round and had a look at some of the things that this incredible room's got to offer. Is there anything particularly excites you and thinks, man, that could actually change the way maybe I watch football?
Yeah, well, I think this kind of level of data open to a fan helps improve the fan's understanding. You know, if I am sitting there as a fan and I'm thinking, why on earth the manager's just taken him off? If I'm seeing on screen exactly what the manager's seeing through a system like MyCoach, actually I go, oh, okay, I can understand why he's just dragged him off because actually he's done. And I think that becomes a really exciting proposition for fans.
There are a number of really successful YouTube channels whose basic premise is, I'd like to recreate what Messi did on the field at the weekend. Every 14-year-old, every 44-year-old, hypothetically, wants to know how to do what his heroes just did. And I think the ball with the sensors in it is fantastic because I can watch Messi do something, but now, I mean, I could actually check whether I'm 50% as good as Messi, 20% as good as Messi, or frankly even a little bit better than him. You know, and
it's
given
entirely-
enough time, maybe I would be.
Entirely possible. Nick, have you ever tried to recreate some of Messi's best moments?
No. I think I'd leave it to him.
From our side, the future is definitely collaboration, whether it's with a blogger specifically or people that have YouTube channels. The idea of the opportunity presented to us is that we can get out more stories than we've ever done before, because frankly there's enough lenses and there's enough screens now to tell all of the great stories that we have, and the future for us is collaboration for sure.